Do you have adequate insurance for your restaurant? Let's discuss this right now. Insurance is a subject rarely spoken about in restaurant operations, but is essential. It protects your business or property for that matter if something happens. Are you covered enough? You need public liability, which is a certain limit, which is usually covered in your lease, and you must have a certain amount of insurance in there. Then you also may be asked for plate glass insurance, which is compulsory in a lot of commercial leases. Then you've got your contents, and obviously the building if you own the building as well too. Now the biggest mistake I find is that, for example, you're leasing the property, you've got contents insurance. Say your contents is worth $500,000 and your quote comes in at a certain amount of money and you go, well, can we cut it back? Let's say the stock and the items in the equipment is only worth $200,000. So in theory, it should be about 40% of the actual full cost of insurance. And you think, oh, well, I'm cutting back on costs. I'll cut back on insurance, only insure for $200,000. Then the situation you may have where something happens. Say there's a little fire in your kitchen or something happens and you've got $100,000 worth of damage. You think that the insurance company will pay you $100,000. No, because all your items are worth $500,000 and you decided to insure for $200,000, you only insure yourself 40%. So instead of getting your $100,000, you probably only get $40,000, give or take. Not a very good thing. If disaster happens and you lose everything, you're only going to get 40% of your $500,000. So you're going to struggle to have enough money to reopen that restaurant at the same level as it was before. So I would suggest you get a quantity surveyor or keep it tabs, or you should have tabs for all your equipment. What would it cost to replace your kitchen or your restaurant operations if disaster did happen? Ensure you're adequately insured. If not, disaster happens, you may be in for a very serious shortfall. It's something that should be very carefully thought of and allow the right budget for it. That's your livelihood. Things happen, unfortunately. Make sure you're covered and you're able to come back to the same level as soon as possible. What are your comments? Are you adequately insured for your want? Have you checked your policy lately? Don't forget, insurance companies don't really care. They want their money. When it's time for you to get paid, that's when the trouble starts. I'd like to hear comments.